All right, we have a guest, man. Special guest up in here. White Boy Radio.
Hey, what's happening, BX? What's going on with you?
How you doing? I'm all right.
Doing all right, man. Sorry for the being late, man. My apologies.
No, it's all good. It gave me an opportunity to look at a crazy video of someone challenging me to a boxing match.
Oh, some YouTube boxing?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down, man.
Right on. I got a buddy who's kind of made a thing of that, man. He 60 Days In?
Yes.
There was a contestant, I think I want to say like season 6. This guy quit. He kind of had like a little bit of a social media following. His name was Lucky Chucky.
Lucky Chucky. Is that the one that got recognized?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yes. And I had a buddy of mine on YouTube. I've known him in real life forever, and we also both do YouTube. He's huge on TikTok right now. He's got I think he's coming up on 500,000 followers. But he does like prison content and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened between them two, but they have like flyers, and they got a big event coming up on the 26th, Chicago. That's
what's up. I know exactly who you're talking about too. Yeah, that dude snitched him out, man. Snitched him out was a bitch for that.
So his name is Lucky Chucky, and at the time, I think he said that that's what his TikTok follow name was or something like that. I forget why the guy said it, but yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane. Because I remember that exact episode where he walks in. He's like, I hope nobody recognizes me. And the other contestant goes, hey, ain't you so? I'm like, this mother.
Called it right on the head. Exactly right.
I would like to do 60 Days In. I just don't want to do it if it's not paying a good amount.
Yeah, I know. I wonder what they get paid. They got to get paid something, right?
They have to. I don't think they would just be voluntary just to be on TV at this point. But if they give a good amount.
Yeah, it'd be a sketch kind of though, because they've done a couple seasons now, but I still would want to do it as well.
I would 100% do it light, standing on my head. That's easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy. I'm just not doing it for free. They got to pay me. I did hear some like little rumors that it's a small amount, I think like 5,000 or something stupid like that. It better be 5,000 an episode.
Yeah, right.
You're endangering your life.
Exactly. But that dude's clown. After that, he made a big thing about it. He kept on with it, but his TikTok blew up. So his name is Lucky Chucky. Check it out after this. I'll DM you some flyers and stuff. The YouTube boxing is pretty serious, man. It takes off. A lot of people are starting to do it.
I would love to do it. I've been waiting.
It's hard because a lot of these, these creators are on the internet. They talk it and then they won't, go all the way there with it. So I'm sure you know what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah, it's like that all the time. No matter what genre or community that you're in, it's all the same,
100%. I think if anyone's like brave enough to just throw the gloves on, why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? Just put the gloves on. Where I'm from, we threw the gloves on for fun.
You think Blair would do it with you?
He talking a good game like he would. I think that he would have to. After saying the things he said, it would be an embarrassment if he didn't get in there. And I'm sure that he believes that he can do something, and it will end horribly wrong for him. It would go bad.
I had a problem with him. I always knew your channel. My wife has subscribed to you a long time. I know you used to do reactions on Molly and stuff. And she's been following you a long time. And so I always knew about you, but I had a problem with Glare. I don't know, man, it was probably over a year ago or something like that. And I was trying to look what people have said in the past about him. And there's only so many people that will speak up about him. But I saw your videos on him, and you were like, you really helped me because this guy kept shooting. And man, about 3-4 of your videos, you had me all the way laced up. And I kind of he shut up real fast, and then I was even sourcing you too. There was a time he came on my panel, he hit the link, and where you were arguing, and I said, well, why won't you? I said something like, why won't you debate BX Beast Boy? And he was like, oh, he just kind of downplayed you. He's like, oh, he's a clown or this and that. But he desperately tries to ignore you. I've seen on
yeah.
I mean, I don't know the whole history there, but I just want to tell you that, like, you helped me with your videos, like all the research you did on him and all the stuff, especially with the kid and all that. And I didn't see too many other videos about it, so you did help me with that.
That's because he tries to bury people.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll try to bully you off the internet or off YouTube. There was a girl named Callie. I can't remember her exact YouTube name, but she had all the information. Like, she went and spoke to like his ex-wife and ex-girlfriends and had police documentation. And him and his like little goons went so hard after her, like she's nowhere to be found. We have no idea what happened to her. But from all the information I've seen, I remember she invited me to like a little group and I seen some documents. And the only one I can remember vividly is him like getting drunk and punching the wall. And the girl getting like so afraid she calls the cops and there being a report. But there was a bunch more, like way worse things in there. And as far as him abusing his child, he admitted to it publicly. Right. Yeah. So for him to try to spin it like, oh, I'm just lying. Like, I think me and him debated, I think a few weeks ago. And it was finally, he had to. It was like every time he would pop up on the panel, I would get sent the link and then I would pop up and he would run away. Like, he would literally click off the panel. And then I would go back and forth. And then it got to a point where I debated like 8 people at once, all about his situation. And I was smoking all of them. And it was embarrassing for me. So he had to. His fans would start to ask him, like, who's BX Beast Boy? Who's this? He had an open panel. I called in. He hung up on me. So he had to come into my show.
I heard you say something on one of your recent videos about that. That's actually smart you did that, because he opens up the phone lines. Did he let you get any question off, or he just hung up immediately? Like,
he hung up immediately for like a good 3 to 4 times. And then he kept lying, which is great. I streamed the whole thing. So he's like, yo, he's leaving messages on my phone. I'm like, guys, you hear him lying? I'm on the live stream with y'all, and he's telling people I'm calling him and breathing. I just keep trying to call to have the conversation. He keeps hanging up.
He will gaslight you, man. If he talks about you and you fire back, or you even defend yourself, that guy he is a master gaslighter. And it's crazy. I know his tactics, so that's why when you tell me it's funny. I went through with him too for like 6 months, but yeah.
I want to get more into that. Like, how did that happen? But with the Glare, he just is allowed to do whatever he wants, it seems. Like, this guy's been accusing me of being a doxer with no proof and no information and evidence. I got clips admitting that I never doxed him. He just been saying that. But then him and his friends dox me on a regular. They do it all the time. Man, his friend Morbid just came out with a video saying, BX, I have your information. How'd you get it?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's it. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, have you tried to debate that guy?
Morbid, yeah. And every time I asked him a serious question, because that's the thing, I'll find out the truth and then ask him, hey, so what's this thing about you calling a mother and telling her that the wrong son died? And then he'll just start flying off the rails and talking about my father abused me and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, but are you going to answer the question for me? Like, you're wishing that, and like, he'll wish that my father did something to me. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, but can you answer the question though? Why'd you do that? Then before I can even get into the deeper stuff where he was on live streams with kids asking to play them sex tapes, he just would go off the rails.
Whispers, come here, girl.
Crazy, man. How did it start with you and Glare? How did that come to?
Well, me and the Glare, he used to hit me up all the time, like doing the regular clout chasing thing, where he'd just be, hey man, I want to work with you. He would beg me for collabs. So eventually I called into his stream. It wasn't that bad the first time. He had Truthie Magoo up on there. And it was like a regular, just like kind of guys conversation. We're just talking about things that we like.
That guy, Truthie or whatever, I heard you say something about this guy in one of your videos. And then there was another guy, I want to say England or something. This guy is like a chomo or something like this?
Yes. The Truthie is the guy that used to hang out with the Glare. That used to be like his right hand. He was what Morbid is today. And when I guess this is from his words, he was afraid that I was going to find out his past, which was that he has a charge on his record where he did something with a child. And in order to protect himself, he faked his death. Yes, yeah. He faked suicide. And then when it was discovered that he lied, he came back and said, I did it because I was afraid BX Beast Boy was going to come after me. And I knew nothing about anything until after the fact.
So he's not on the internet anymore, this guy?
So they say. In the interview I had with him, he said that he can do over like 30 voices and that he was an experienced voice actor. So I don't know. He could have another channel right now that we don't know. I think that the whole Annie from Tender Life and the Galera confronts him thing was fake, in my personal opinion. I think that channel was all planned as a way to get him away from them and their brand so it doesn't damage them and what they're doing. But I still believe they're connected. I still think he's a troll under their brand and does a lot of harassments and things like that under their name.
I could see that all day. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody that could do 30 voices. I mean, you could even use freaking AI if you couldn't do that, and just plenty of channels where you don't even know who the creator is. They don't show their face. You know what I mean? You know how it is. It's not hard to do like one of those alt channels. 100%. And if you're doing it as a creator and you understand it and you got like a little bit of established following, to run away on a circumstance like that, he probably still wants to upload. So I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know. But yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about, like with that whole Blair thing, your videos on him, I would learn stuff like this with this guy. And I would use it on him because he kept, messing with me for a while. And I would shoot things like that because I know what you're saying was truthful. So, I'm letting him know I know all this stuff. And it ended up working for him. It helped me, to say the least.
Well, I'm happy I was able to get that stuff out there. It seems like a lot of people don't know these things. And I think it was myself to blame because I took a huge break from covering crime content because it was like a lot at once. I was getting doxxed on a regular basis. People was wilding out. People tried to fight me in real life. Right. And I'm like, damn, this is kind of getting crazy. Let me just talk about politics for a little while. And then once I started getting back on it, I'm finding like, wait, y'all don't know that these guys be doxing people like crazy? You don't know all the nasty things that Galera has? There's footage of him admitting to abusing his child. That's not even up for a debate, which is why when he came to debate me, he looked really stupid because he would just keep digging the hole even deeper. Oh, I never abused my child. So what's the definition of abuse? Let's look it up. Oh, you just Googled it. Actually, no, I went to a law website. By definition, what you did was abuse. Did you tell him to put his hands up like a man? Yes. Did you intend on him to be harmed? Yes. What did I say that was wrong, Galera? It sounds like you abused your child and you fully just admitted to it.
Exactly. The politics thing, man, there's another thing I appreciate from your channel. If you ever did debate him, he, to me, I don't know, but to me, he is, in my opinion, I feel like he is a lot of who you talk about when you're talking about like these white liberals that they just have they want to have the crown on race or you tell everyone how they should feel. I feel as though what he says on the internet and the content that he does, he fits that almost to the T.
100%. I don't think he's full white though. I think he is Dominican or something like that.
Oh, really?
I think he has like some portion of Dominican in him to where he can be able to claim, "Hey, you're a racist."
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes absolute sense.
So I think that's what he's doing. But yes, he is woke. 100%.
Yeah.
He leads the cancel culture wagon.
Yeah, 100%. And on YouTube, it's like, it's frustrating, man, as a creator because people play the whole woke card and then with the cancel culture and stuff. It's just it's frustrating because some of the stuff not everybody enjoys or believes in, and it's almost like you have to self-censor or I don't know, you have to let live in this space, if that makes sense, with everyone else in this stuff. It is frustrating, without a doubt.
Yeah, this is pretty wild. How did you and the Galera run into each other? How did your issue start? So
I don't know for sure, but it's pretty obvious that this is what I think happened. I was covering. I had a problem. Do you know who Benny Keys is?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been covering this guy for a long time. He's like on another level of harassment with people. And we were going through it for a while, and I think that Blair called him up and tried to help him because I didn't know who the Blair was or nothing like that, and he would start making these videos on me. Then I see him and Benny do a panel one day, and I'm on the subject. So he just came out of left field. I really didn't know who he was. And but that's what it was. I think that him and Benny were friends. And then I was getting the upper hand on Benny because I stick up for a lot of people who get harassed on my channel, and this is what this guy's that's his whole schema, man. That's just what he does. And I think Glare just kind of like came to his defense, but yeah, Glaire's a joke. He plays the woke card. He tries to get people. He exaggerates about things. He'll try to make you
facts
whatever he wants, and he debating him face to face, not making a video. He's not hard. You know what I mean? Like he just has his audience to form his opinion with you on. But when you get him by himself, he's not stupid by any means, but it's just different when you have him one-on-one. And, we did the videos for a long time, but he ended up just stopping and I stopped. Funny thing about that is Benny Keys and him, I don't think are friends anymore. I think they fell out, but that's at least what I think.
Wow.
I don't even know. That's pretty much my guess is.
And he was just on that woke trying to cancel type of stuff.
Yep, 100%.
That sound like the Glare.
So
that definitely sound like him.
So I'll tell you, he did cancel something of mine. He kept calling me racist and all this, and
whoa.
Yep. And right around the time this was happening, he was putting on my Teespring. I had a Teespring store at the time, and he kept putting the pictures on his, share screening him as he's reviewing me. And about 3 days later, it's gone. I can't log into it. It was weird. I can't even access these.
Oh,
they
wow.
and canceled me off the thing. I can't even do anything with it. But he was trying to say some merch that I made was racist. I didn't get to review it. I didn't talk to nobody. I don't know if it was 100% him or his supporters, but it's super obvious that it came from what he said. You know what I mean?
What was the merch of?
Man, it was just dumb shit. It was abbreviations. It was like amateur merch. I was just messing around. The W, abbreviations for White Boy Lockdown Radio. I had
okay.
Your white boy, or your local white boy.
Yeah, I said, I have a shirt, right? Yeah, it says support your local white boy. Listen, he says my name triggers him. What the hell?
That's crazy. You can't even be called white boy now? That's wow.
Dude, let me see. It's serious, man. So everything is all offensive, but I was pissed about that, man, because I didn't have a lot of merch made, but he canceled it, or whoever did it within his little, team. But it's bullshit because you need Teespring with it when you do YouTube. It's very accessible to your channel and stuff.
It's essential.
You know what I mean? It's one of their integrations they use. So I cannot log in. I can't access anything. They just totally dead me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he pretty much tried to cancel you.
Yeah, he tried. He was trying, man, 100%. And
would they allow you to create a different account?
No, you know what, man? I was upset about it, but I said, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with Teespring because they're not even giving me the time of day to even talk to me. Nothing. So I just made a Bonfire is what I used. It's actually easier to make merch through them, and you could link it to your YouTube if you have 10,000 or more subscribers. Very easy.
Cool.
Yes, it's cool. So I use Bonfire.
That sounds dope as hell. Man, that dude's a loser for that. That was some cornball-ish.